Howdy do.
Oh, duty how?
Oh, gosh. Sometimes people, eh?
Yep.
They do things that affect others, huh? There's a gal at work, Winnie. She's been there forever. She's like a dinosaur, frankly. I think she's been there since the dawn of time. Anyways, whenever I go to the photocopier, I can tell that Winnie's been there. There's goldenrod in the paper carriage.
Goldenrod?
Yeah, it's goldenrod. It's a bright orange.
Oh.
And she always leaves it in there. And not only that, she leaves what she was copying on the top, which is not Dubbin and Wallace business, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, why should we pay for homemade? She makes homemade cookbooks, theme cookbooks. So for Thanksgiving, it's on goldenrod, and it's the latest whatever dressing or something she's making, and she sends. Oh, that's nice. Thanks. So Winnie's there making a bunch of cookbooks for her family or whatever. So irritating. She doesn't take it out. At least take it. I don't even know why we buy colored paper, frankly. It's an insurance office.
But the best thing about this California recall election was that over 65% of the people who were eligible to vote actually went out and voted.
Don't say it. Don't say the electorate has spoken. Don't say that.
Why?
Don't say that.
That's the truth.
It's a cliche. Everybody says it all the time.
But if everybody...
The electorate are silly.
But it's amazing that the States has sunk to a new low.
Sunk?
I didn't think they could do
Yeah.
it.
Hey.
Oh, Schwarzenegger, come on.
Yeah,
Another
he's
movie
the
star in
Terminator.
office.
Come on, why not?
He has zero political experience. Look, I love his movies. I think he's a great movie star. But like as a political figure, come on.
Forget
He's
it.
inheriting a $38 billion deficit.
Yeah, but then the
He's got
guy who
zero
was there
experience.
is the one who made the deficit. He had lots of experience. What did it get him? 38 billion in the hole.
Well, that's just it. It could get even worse then.
Yeah, but listen, if Arnold makes a mistake, he just goes back into the past and corrects it. Right?
That's not scripted. Come on.
No, he's going to be great. He's an immigrant who came to California, made his whole
Living the
life.
dream, yeah.
Yeah, and he's a producer on his movies.
He's a groper of women.
He's groped enough women to be a Democrat.
Very true. Clinton, the cigar, Monica, remember?
Yeah,
How could one forget?
Yeah, so I think he's really got it going.
The good thing too is profile. You know, he's got a profile. He's going to bring kind of a
lot of
prestige.
Industry, I think, to
Yeah,
California. Which
tourism
needs-
too. People are going to want to come and stare at the governor.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, what a long day. Sweet that it's getting nicer out, though.
Oh, yeah. It's nice out today.
So I heard about your little blow up with Randy the other day.
Oh, come on. Not you, too.
Well, I mean...
Did he send you over here to,
No.
like, get me to apologize? Because I'm not.
No.
I don't have anything to apologize for. He has some serious issues, and he blew up at me the other day for no reason.
Yeah, no, he didn't send me over here. Okay? I heard about it, that's all.
I'm gonna take my turkey out of the freezer tomorrow. Get it thawing. It's 32 pounds.
32 pounds? Think you should call Sesame Street there and let them know one of theirs got away.
Oh, Big Bird. That's a good one, Johnny. Hey, would you and the family like to come over for Thanksgiving?
Oh, thank you very much, Brenda. Thank you. But
It'd be great.
we got some traditions we generally do. We're heading out to the.
Well, you can bring them, or
Oh no,
we can do
we're
them
heading
together.
out to the countryside to pick a turkey, eh? And you know, sort of a thing we do. Usually the farmer takes care of it there, kills it there. But for some reason, I don't understand why Tammy wants to do it this year.
Kill
You
the
know,
turkey?
She wants to kill the turkey, right? And I was like, you know, hey, I don't like doing God's creatures myself, hey, but she's into it, so we're
She
gonna
can get hurt.
we're gonna bring it
Turkeys are
home live.
strong.
Oh, I know. We're gonna bring it home live, and she's gonna, you know, we'll end up taking it back out, I'm sure, and you know the whole bit. But why don't
chased
you?
by a turkey. They're mean.
You were chased by a turkey?
Yes,
Well,
they're
we'll make
mean.
sure it's dead before you come. Why don't you come over for some supper?
Oh, that's
Come
sweet.
to our place.
No, I want the kids at home.
Well, Daniel
Thanks,
actually wanted me to ask you if it'd be all right if he, you know, broke bread with us there at the house there.
Have Thanksgiving at your place?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he ask you to tell me?
Maybe because
I'm-
sometimes you're hard to talk to.
Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger.
That's what it means.
Black plowman.
learn
Black
something new.
I
Plowman.
could see him out there
On the
working
train
a
every day.
plow.
Yeah, man. And it's pretty funny for a guy they say is racist, you know, who was a Hitler sympathizer.
That was his father, and that's 50 years ago. Who cares? He's not.
You gotta let it go.
racist.
You gotta let it
He's
go.
the American dream. He came there with nothing but his, muscles and attitude, and he made himself a huge career.
And he got to save his name too, because when he first started, they said his name was way too long. They called him Arnold Stang
Really?
instead.
Arnold
yeah.
Stang.
So he reclaimed his roots.
There you go.
Good for him. So
And now he doesn't speak like our prime minister. He barely speaks any English.
Oh, he speaks enough. I'll tell you what he speaks. He speaks money, which is what they understand. He's going to get that economy going. And you know what he doesn't do either? So this is the pertinent to the immigrant thing, right? He came there with nothing. He didn't speak English, and now he's a superstar. And he wants that for California. He doesn't give in to all the special interest groups like we do here. You know, we spend so much money on bilingual education and multiculturalism. And there, it's like everybody blends in. They're not
You are
wasting
one.
money
In
on
America, you are
Wasting.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, Shannon, Randy did tell me about the fight. But he didn't tell me much. Alright, he was very brief and very cryptic, which is strange for him, because he's my best friend, you know?
Yeah.
And I was also thinking, you seem like a nice person, and you certainly don't seem like the kind of person that would make him freak out like that.
That's what I thought too, until he started throwing insults at me.
I know, he's been acting really, really weird.
Yeah,
lately.
like blaming people. You know, he blames me. He thinks I'm the reason that he and Liz aren't romantically involved.
I'm sorry, because that's not fair.
No, it's not fair. I don't have that kind of control over Liz. Come on, she's a grown woman.
I know, and I think he knows that too. Ultimately, it's just I don't know. He's weirded out, you know.
He's got issues.
It's been all right having Daniel around the house. Just the other morning, I was having a shave there, and the door was open a crack. I turn around, Daniel standing in the doorway, invite him in. He lathered himself up there, and we had a little shave together. He was trying to carve a berry tickler.
No, I'm supposed to teach him to shave. He's supposed to learn that at home.
What, are you going to teach him how to shave his legs, Brenda? I mean, come
No,
on.
but I'm.
Huh?
No, that's
Listen,
not the.
Brenda, look, I know, since Doug's passed, things have been hard for you. You got a lot on your plate. The kids got a lot of stress on them. I think it's been a bit of a nice, vacation for him to come over to our place.
But I want him at home, and he's going to be influenced by you guys.
Well, of course.
Well, at Thanksgiving, I mean, we have traditions too, and it's not like you sitting around naked when you eat and swilling beer and God knows what you do in those sheds with that turkey and such.
Oh, Brenda.
Smoking turkey. We like our turkey baked in the oven.
Guys, can you just keep it down? I was trying to get some work done.
All right. No, we teach them about how the natives gave turkeys to the pilgrims.
No, we don't do that. We don't have anything about natives. It's about family and prayer and being together. Being together.
Well, the one positive note I can see from this California election is the fact that they voted down Proposition 54, which scared the hell out of me when I first heard about it.
What is it?
Well, it's basically what they wanted to do had it gone through was that it would have given all these organizations like the police and other government agencies the ability to track and categorize minorities in different professions. Like, for example, how many Hispanics are going to preschool versus how many black kids versus how many Caucasian kids versus
so
how
that
many
you can
Asians.
fund them, so that you can know if there's a problem, like if the Hispanic community isn't getting enough funding to send their kids to
That's
school.
not what it's going to be
No,
used for.
it's
It's going to be
not.
used for racial profiling.
It's for statistics for education and
Sure,
healthcare.
that's the cover.
You're categorizing people into these little groups.
You know what it is though? People want to feel. Look. I don't know if they're going to use it for education. I don't know what they're going to use it for. But one thing is sure: people are scared, and people want to feel safe, right? In Toronto, the cops are racial profiling. Everybody's all freaked out and upset. But the reality is, when you drive down the street, how many white people do you think black people commit crimes? and then everyone's up in arms, like the cops think black people make crime and that's like completely ridiculous. Ask most white people. They think black people do crime. Is that racist? Perhaps. But that's what most people
But
think.
you know, the statistics
It
might
doesn't make
bear
it right.
It might bear out that that's the opposite is true. If we actually
If you have the
kept
stats. If you have the stats.
At our Star Trek rehearsals the other night, we're doing this Star Trek play. Anyways, it should be a dream come true for us, you know? We should be having a great time. You can't even crack a smile, you know? I think he's really hurting over this.
Yeah, I can see that. As a matter of fact, that's what I predicted.
Yeah.
This is what I told Liz. I said to her, I'll tell you exactly what I said to her. I said, don't lead him down, you know, the wrong path, because he'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
And get his feelings hurt, and you know, the truth hurts, and not everyone is strong enough to deal with it. And you know, this is just proving my point.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, you know, he saw it coming, and he dumped her before she dumped him, right?
Yeah, you're right. Which is why it's not fair that he said those things to you.
Right.
Daniel likes sugar pie at Thanksgiving, not pumpkin pie, and not store-bought. Are you prepared to make a sugar pie? It's not easy.
What are you going on about pie about?
Guys,
Well, that-
guys, you don't have to whisper. You can talk normally.
All right, all right. Okay, pie. It's got nothing to do with pie. You think my daughter is a dirt, and you think your son's too good for her. That's why you don't want him around there no more, right?
No.
You think she's a skid.
No, I
You
didn't
think
say
you think
that.
she's a little hooer corrupt in your angelic son. Is that it?
No, she's a nice girl who wears tube tops. There's nothing wrong with that.
A nice girl who.
I had a tube top.
Yeah, there is nothing wrong with tube tops, Brenda. A woman like yourself could benefit from a tube top, I'm sure. You could do quite well in a tube top. All right?
Yeah, maybe I could, but that wouldn't be my choice. Look, I could throw this back at you.
Uh-huh.
You always had quite the opinion about Daniel, saying he's light in the loafers and, teasing him because he happens to be an intellectual, just because he doesn't do a lot of the physical stuff.
Okay, well, I did think he was a bit, weak-wristed like his father, God rest his soul. But he's come around. He's come around. I think some of the McLaughlin is rubbing off on him, and I think.
I don't want McLaughlin rubbing off on him.
Watch your mouth.
You watch your mouth.
You wash your mouth out with soap. That's what you need to do.
Oh, well, learn the language and then wash it
Learn the
out.
language. All right, she's all like, learn the language. Sure.
Americans have a comprehension of how it's supposed to work. They privatize.
Yeah.
That's what makes sense. They privatize things.
Profit motive.
They let the market decide what's supposed to work. That's what Arnold's going to push for. That's what California's going to go for. And frankly, it works.
Yeah, because it worked for their power system, their power grid over there. When they privatized and deregulated the entire power system
Now,
there.
you can't
like
give,
it does over
you,
here.
You can't
Right, rolling
deregulate the idiots.
blackouts.
You can't deregulate
I
the
mean, come on.
idiots. You have to deregulate the
But you
responsible
said
people.
Privatize. That's how things work. You get the competition in there. You get people, rates going through the roof, supply and demand. It's all out
But
of
it's
whack.
wrong
and you
to
have rolling
pay. It's
blackouts.
wrong to pay like 5 cents or whatever for electricity when it costs 12 cents to produce.
Exactly. See, that's why
We're
we're such a
wasting
high
it.
consumer.
You guys are so into the environment. Where's the environmental message there?
Yeah,
Getting
exactly.
energy for less than it's worth.
Maybe I shouldn't have called him weak.
Well, I think it's a sore spot for him, maybe.
Yeah, not just him. Like no man wants to be called weak by a woman, you know. But
They don't.
but he was all over me with the insults. You know, I mean, as soon as I sat down, I could kind of sense it, but I wasn't sure. But right off the top, you know, he was just making these little snide remarks and, you know, being really sarcastic. And I don't know, he was just kept picking at me. So I pushed back. What am I supposed to do, right?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know why people think that I'm just, you know, I'm not going to sense that. I'm not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm human, right?
I know. And you know what? I think Randy knows that too. You know? And he shouldn't have told you to mind your own business. You were trying to help. You know?
Canada, for example, solar and wind energy, I think it's out east. It's like one of the best places in the world. We have to learn to use our
Granted,
resources.
people
in that
have to
respect.
use those.
And when do
How-
they develop them? Is when there's a profit to be made, right?
Yeah, exactly. How are you going to pay for them if I'm subsidizing your, like to plug in your Discman at home? If I'm paying for that, then we don't have money to develop new sources of
Well, the
bleachers.
reason we're paying for that right now is because they put a cap on the hydro rates, which
Exactly.
were inflated because of the privatization of Hydro One.
No,
I mean,
real,
that's
it was the
totally
real
what it
price.
was.
People were in shock because they were going to have to
To
pay
pay
the
the
real
real
price.
price.
All I know is
Still doing it.
earlier on in the 90s, we were exporting power to the United States. We were making money from it. All of a sudden now, when we deregulate and we privatize, we're importing
The
power from them. Like,
demands
where
have
does that come
changed.
from?
Everybody wants air conditioning now. They're building bigger houses.
People had
The
air
demands have
conditioning back
changed.
in the early 90s.
Yeah, they
too.
didn't use it like they're using
We had
it now.
hydroelectric power. We had this. We had money, a money-making cash cow at our
See,
hands.
every time you
And
keep
now it's
going
gone.
back in the past. That's what Arnold would do, right? He'd go back into time.
And change it.
What do you teach, Steve?
I teach
forget.
history and English literature.
A little bit of
Really
fantasy written in that.
Frightening.
Oh yeah, some fantasy, sure. Yeah. No, you learn from history. You learn from people's mistakes, and then you try to correct them.
So what can I learn from you?
Where do I begin?
Yeah.
Not at all. All right, it's not a question of me stealing them. All right, it's a natural biological process of a young man fleeing the nest. All right, when I was a young feller, probably from the time I was around 6 years old, okay, till around 13, I used to go with my mom every weekend to play bingo. Okay, I'd be sitting there right under her wing all the time, working her cards, helping her with, marking the cards off and stuff like that, lighting her smokes for her, getting her coffee, doing all that, and I loved it. I loved being with my mom. I really did. But every night I'd sit there, right, and I could see out the window, I could see my buddies outside playing, whipping rocks, smoking, doing whatever, right? Finally, I couldn't bear it no more, right? When I was around 13, I looked out the window and she saw me looking out the window, and I stood up and I looked at my mom, and she didn't have to say a word and I didn't have to say a word, and I just walked out with my friends. That was the last time I ever played bingo with my mom. We never spoke about it. I never went with her again. And, she's gone now and I miss my mom, but
Well,
It was a
that's
natural
fine for you,
process.
but that's not fine for Daniel. Okay?
okay, Brenda, okay.
He doesn't like bingo.
Fair enough.
I have a Kleenex for you.
It's a natural process, Brenda.
Maybe natural feels unnatural. Thank you, Liz.
But you have to agree that the Vancouver Canucks they're a brilliant team.
Sure.
You can't speak.
Sure.
Naslund, Morrison,
Great.
Bertuzzi,
They just
Sedin.
don't have a goalie.
We got him in
That's
net.
all.
Okay,
There you go.
Hedberg.
Belfour's-
Hedberg. He's an
Hedberg is
amazing.
hurt,
Uh,
right? He couldn't cut it in Pittsburgh. They traded him for.
He was no, please. And Cloutier is a brilliant goalie.
They have no confidence.
You know what's
in him.
great, guys? I think the Leafs have a real chance of winning this year. Not.
That's funny.
Come
I'll
on,
remember
they
that.
do. They're going to be great. I wish I was going Saturday night.
Ah, well then. I have a little tidbit to share with you guys. Guess whose company has a private box? And guess who's going to be going to the Saturday's season opener
good for you.
against
Lucky
the
guy.
Montreal Canadiens?
Oh,
Yes.
that'll be a
I'd
fantastic
love
game.
to be
Yeah, it's
there.
gonna be good. And guess what? I get to bring a guest.
You know, I have tremendous respect for the Korean Canadian community. Have I ever told you that?
No, Steve, but thank you so much for your support.
Oh, you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you
come
very
on.
much.
Just one hockey game.
I'll bring you a program. Dana, how'd you like to go see a winning hockey team for once?
I would love to.
Come on. She's a lesbian. You know she's not going to put out for you, right?
And you would?
Who
not
knows?
even stupid in
Montreal
your
and
level,
Toronto. Who knows?
Okay, Victoria does cry religiously every night, at least once.
I don't know how you put up with her.
I guess
really
I'm just
don't.
that nice of a guy.
Yeah, you
I
are.
don't know. I gotta do something about her. I really do.
Definitely are nice.
It's just hard. I get so much pressure from Lucas and Randy. Randy especially. She's manipulating you, Zach.
Oh,
She's psycho,
really?
Zach. Yeah. it's-
Really? So Randy has a lot to say about what goes on in your personal life, does he?
All right.
See, even
Touche.
he does it. Probably
Touche.
doesn't realize he does it. But, well, look, take the advice of your friends, with, a guarded ear. But in the end, just do what makes you happy. Listen to your own heart.
Yeah.
All right?
I guess I could take a lesson from you and actually tell her how I feel. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Come right out and say it. It's very cool, you know. It's hard to do. Wow. You know, you're very easy to talk to, Shannon.
Well, thanks. Thanks
you.
for listening, actually. Not accusing me of anything weird or... Thanks.
It's my pleasure.
My bingo moment was a Madonna moment. I wanted to go to this dance, like Madonna with the hair and the makeup and the bra strap and the crucifix. I thought my mom was gonna kill me, and she walked in just as I was almost done, and I thought, oh no, that's the end of me.
Mm-hmm.
Without saying a word, she walks over, grabs the comb and the death gel and gets to work. And that was just her way of saying, go.
Go.
Setting me free, you know?
You know, Johnny, if that offer is still open for dinner, I'd love to bring the kids.
Sorry, too late.
Oh, I understand.
I'm kidding. Of course, bring your bird, bring your turkey. I'll bring my
the
turkey.
bird.
We'll have a bird fest.
And I'll bring the sugar pie.
Okay. All right.
That'd be nice.
Of my third class seat, I'm staring as the mountains circle me. Maybe it's the smoke that